Hey there guys, so in this video I'm just going to be going over the gifting event. I wanted to get this video out a lot earlier today, but something went wrong with the recording. I think my screen share app just doesn't work anymore. So I'm getting a new one, but so I'm just going to have to do it with only pictures. I'm sorry that there's no actual from inside the game. So this is the 2021 gifting crystal with the actual odds. So overall the gifting crystals I don't think like a bad thing. It got some pretty solid upgrades, right? You now have the Weapon X 6-star, so now one of the rare champions is actually good. You have the Nexus 6-star still, which is really nice. You also finally get a 6-star Awakening Gem crystal thrown in, which is really, really nice. It's a massive upgrade, and then the biggest upgrade is clearly the rank 4 materials. I think a lot of the other stuff also just got some bonuses, and you also have 6-star Sig Stones, which are always nice in my opinion. The selling point for most people is definitely that last 4 plus Weapon X, is the rank 4 materials, a 6-star class Awakening Gem, and Weapon X. Nothing in here by itself is too busted unless you're super early game or you just get super lucky, right? I've been seeing today people opening a couple crystals and they'll get 20k 6-star shards, and that's a 12% drop rate. So it can go anything from 2.5, I think I've seen. I had 2.5 in my opening, to I've seen a 20,000 drop. So you can get super lucky on those. You can get super lucky with AGs and the rank 4 stuff. Someone did the math for how much greater gifting crystals it is to get a rank 4. It's quite a lot of spending to get a rank 4 strictly from the crystals, because you only get, I think someone said you can get a 10% drop. So even with that, right, you'd still need to get 10 of those per times 3. So you'd need to get 60 drops at 2% to get a single rank 4, which some people might honestly go for and try to whale out super hard. I don't think too many people will go for that, going that extreme. And so this is just to quickly compare to last year's gifting crystals. This is just to quickly show off the difference. So right, you actually have the Awakening Gems, you have the 6-star, you have more 6-star Sig Stones, all the stuff that's good just basically got a buff, and they added some extra really nice stuff. Right, you don't have Weapon X, you don't have the Awakening Gem for a 6-star, you have less chance at the 6-star Sig Stones. Overall, the crystal's fine. Most people never have an issue with the crystal. It's just fun to gift back and forth, right? You get to actually trade things with your friends. It's fun. Gifting should be like this. It's just a light, nice, fun event. So here's where the issue kicks in. So this isn't even as big of an issue. So this is rank 1 alliance rewards. For tier 5 CC, it's a selector, so it's a bit busted, maybe you could say, but it's not the worst. This is nowhere near the worst. 3 6-star Nexus is a lot. Again, that's not inexcusable. So now 85,000 and 67,000. So it's 1.5 of each of them, is just what it is. And then it drops off pretty quickly in alliance ranking rewards. The second, it isn't bad, but it's not as good, and it drops off fairly quickly. And after you get down to, I think it's 100, or it's 90 or 100, you're at a fairly small amount of rank 4 materials. You're only at 14,000 and 11,000, so it's a quarter of each. And then where most people will place is that 1 to 5% if you're in a decent alliance that spends at all. And you're only getting a 6-star and a couple tier 4 base, tier 5 basics and stuff. And I think it's only it's a 10 or a 25% selector, I think, on the tier 5 CC. So again, this isn't crazy, right? It's 1.5, which is a lot for just an event that's just based around spending. I prefer things that you can get through actually playing, because as I've said, I don't spend the most on this game, so I prefer it when someone like me can actually kind of stay in with this. And I know gifting is a spending, and it's a money driven event, which is fine. This game needs money, obviously, right? So the alliance gifting is not too bad. I think it's a little bit more than it should be for just gifting, especially considering that you can already get rank 4 stuff from the greater gifting crystals themselves. And the fact that coming in a 90th here is worth more than a week at the top of AQ or a month at the top of AW is kind of crazy. So I mean, that's a bit annoying, but it's whatever. Here's the issue. What the heck? How? An Abyss Nexus Crystal Selector. We've literally only ever seen one of these before. One. Yet, if you're in the top 30 spenders in the game, you get another one. Also, hey, while we're at it, whatever champ you don't have as a whale, because, right, you're a mega whale if you get this, whatever champ you don't happen to have, and then you pick it from the Nexus, and while you just, get to pick it, because, right, it's a 1/3 chance, it's pretty high odds that you'll get it, here's an Awakening Gem. Oh wait, sorry, actually, an Awakening Gem isn't enough. Here's a Sig 100 gem. Also, actually, we should make it 2 so that you can max Sig them. Makes sense. And also a rank 3 to 4 generic gem, because, I mean, if you're really going to spend this much and, you're getting to pick, you have a 1/3 shot at the champion you want, and you can awaken them and Sig 200, I guess you should be able to rank 4 them on the same day. Like, the absurdity? Right? It has to be considered absurd, this level of spending, because, right, people have gone tens of thousands deep, more than tens of thousands if we're being honest, tens of thousands deep into this for, much less rewards, into much less insane rewards. An Abyss Nexus Crystal, that's absolutely insane just on its own. You also get a guaranteed Weapon X, but, that's going to be Sig 200 by the time they get it, let's be honest. And you also get a rank 1 to 2 and a 2 to 3. So within one day of pulling a champion, you can awaken, rank 4, and Sig 200, all based off of items. And because there's so few rank 2 to 3 generic gems in the game, you don't have to worry about the overflow. Same thing goes for the generic 100 stones. They didn't give it to you in 200 individual SIGs, because 100 of those would go into overflow, guaranteed, right? It could be even 200 if you're a super whale. So, but they just sit in your inventory. Same with the 6-star generic gem. All of those are basically unexpirable items. And a 1 to 2 and even a 2 to 3 for a person that gets top 30 in this event is really nothing. You could pop those into anything you really wanted, I bet, and your account will be the fine. You'd be able to still rank up a champion on any given day just because you could, right? It's absolutely crazy what they're deciding to give here. No skill required. I guess you do need a skill because you need to be able to put down tens of thousands of dollars into this and have the time to send thousands of gifting crystals, literally thousands. I saw a picture of one person opening 1,200 crystals today, and today's only day 1. They could literally do that a couple more times, I bet. Thousands of crystals. It's absolutely crazy. This is going to drive some people away for sure. And then this is the next bracket down. The difference in the brackets is crazy. It goes from an Abyss Nexus to just a normal Nexus, and you still get 100 SIGs, you still get the generic Awakening Gem, which, if this was first place rewards, I would still wonder if it was a bit too much. But there's no rank 4 gem even, and I would still, if I saw this, I would think people would go pretty far into this. Even if it just gave a fair amount of catalyst shards, if it gave what the alliance event gives, 1.5, so if you get first in alliances in this, you get 3. Okay, you could maybe understand that or something, right? But even this, you still just get an absurd amount, if I'm correct. I need to wait for the next picture to pop up, which it's going to pop up here, and the amount of shards is, another 1.5 plus the tier 5 CC selector. So, if your alliance gets top 30, or if your alliance gets first, and you get top 60, which if your alliance gets first, you're probably within the top 60, let's be honest, you're probably within the top 30 even. So you're getting a full rank 4 from this. There's literally been people today who already have a second rank 4. And this is day 1. So that person is likely to get top 3, right? A person that would go that hard, I assume they'd get top 30. They're just going to go absolutely ham, they're going to get top 30, right? So then they're getting another rank 4. So now they're at 3 rank 4s. And with the amount of crystals you have to open to get top 30, you also would likely form 3 catalysts of each. Maybe you wouldn't, but you probably will. So now you're up to 4. And then you get the 1.5 from your alliance, if you're in an alliance, which I assume you are if you're spending that much in this game. There's, as I said, there's literally, I saw pictures of people with over 1,000 gifting crystals that they're opening, so they traded that with someone else. 1,000. Over 1,000. There was also the picture of, within a couple hours, as I said, of the one guy in ASR, I think his name was like the Key, who had a second rank 4. He has a rank 4 Doom and a rank 4 Hercules. And I've now seen like 5 more people like that. So as I said, right, you're already at 2. Then you get the gem, so you're at 3. And then like you're getting at least 4 to 5. You can technically milk out that 2% for infinity, depending on your like income and your money that you have disposable to you. You could just milk it forever, technically, which would be so dumb, but you could. So I really don't like the rewards for this. I think this crystal by itself is fine. If someone wanted to go that ham to like form another R4 off of this, cool. That's a lot of time you're putting into that, sure. But the ranked rewards, a full rank 4, an Abyss Nexus, Awakening Gem, Sig 200, even running 100% Abyss, you don't even get 200 Sig Stones. You might get 200 class crystals, but you don't get enough to Sig 200 a single champion, because those then divide out between the 6 classes, right? It's crazy, this event. I've heard people who are just like, I might just quit the game because I'm too far behind off of the potential of this event. It's that massive. There's some people that I know who like don't play the game anymore, and they're like, I'm glad I quit. Just like, I would feel like I would have to try to get some decent stuff from this, because if you don't, you just feel like you're left behind. Like, I currently don't have a rank 4. I have a couple of content things I can do left, right? I've been lazy, so I haven't done 7.3, and I haven't done the Karina challenges. Even after that, I still won't have a rank 4. I finished in Masters 2 seasons in a row now, one of those being Masters 1, which is 10k of each. I've also have to still do Karina, but it's doing Karina in 7.3 still wouldn't form, and I also spent an Odin on Cyber Weekend, which is one of the best deals. Like, how do I compete with that? It's just, I understand why some people are considering just like quitting the game, if I'm being honest. I'm not at that point myself personally, but I would understand if someone was. So I do not think this was like a great choice by Kabam. I understand maybe why their earnings reports have been down from what I remember seeing. So I guess someone high up said, hey, pump the revenue. Okay, here's the like 4 rarest resources in the game in a single rank reward. Just insane. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit mad about this. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope your crystal openings went well, I guess. And I hope you get a rank reward you're happy with. But I do not encourage anyone to push for that top 30, even the top 100. Top 100 is going to be so expensive. It's just insane. So, see you guys soon. I'm going to try to get some more videos out for you guys that aren't just me getting mad at Kabam. So, we'll see how that goes. Bye.